Here's I. This is a bit heavier. We have more compression and then active again. So she has her vocal folds in active tension, so singing above the E4, and that's exactly where we. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the studio with a good cup of coffee for one more vocal analysis, and today we are listening to maphrA, singing Doomed by Bring Me the Horizon. And I know this video is trending a lot. In fact, a student of mine wanted to take a look at this, and I heard a few seconds, and I was like, I need to make a video on this because this is so nice. So much contrast when it comes to techniques. And yeah, let's analyze this so that we have it registered here as well. One thing that I must say though is that I haven't heard a lot of Bring Me the Horizon. I don't know a lot of their songs, but this one here sounds so interesting that I definitely want to hear more of their stuff. So if you could recommend me some Bring Me the Horizon stuff here in the comment section, or also some other covers, some other songs that maphrA performed, that would be amazing because I'm really liking this. Alright, if you're new to the channel, my name is Kyle. I'm a singer, songwriter, and voice teacher. In fact, if you are into rock metal, you might like the latest single that I released. It's called Leave It All Behind. It's out on all major music platforms. I'll leave a link up here for you to take a listen, and I would love to hear your feedback on it. I'm proud to say that I'm not only a voice teacher, vocal coach, but I'm on the battlefield just like yourself if you're a singer, because I'm always writing music, recording music, releasing music. And again, your feedback on my own music means the world to me. When it comes to voice teaching, vocal coaching, my work is based and focused on laryngeal biomechanics and physiology. Basically, how the behaviors that we can perform with the muscles that we have inside our larynxes, they will impact the way that we sound. How can we achieve the sounds that we want using the physiology? Alright, if you want to become a singing student, check out the link in the description to get all of the info on my online singing program. It's called Building Your Voice, and in there we cover a range of different topics inside vocal technique. We talk about how to belt, how to sing with firmness, with power, those high notes, also low notes, but also we talk about how to sing with soft sounds whenever you want to be really, really expressive with your voice. And we have different what we call passive vocal schemes, which are techniques in which we can apply specifically to do that. We talk about ornaments such as vibratos, yodels, runs. Of course, we talk about vocal distortions. Yeah! We have a complete module on vocal distortions, how to practice and apply them in a way that will not hurt your voice, because of course we want to keep our vocal health as we practice vocal technique. We don't want to hurt our voices, so we do have a complete module on vocal distortions. We have a vocal exercise library for you to practice each of the exercises that we cover inside the course. We even have a lesson how to create your own vocal exercise for you to work on the challenges that you're dealing with whenever you practice your repertoire. So all of that and much more, that's inside my singing course, Building Your Voice, link down below. Okay, so all of that said, without further ado, let's listen to maphrA singing Doomed by Bring Me the Horizon.
My wings and come lock me up. Just pull the plug, yeah, I've had enough. Tear me to pieces, sell me for parts. You're all vampires, so here.
Okay, so here we have a lot of breathy voices. A breathy is a kind of vocal scheme, as we define inside vocal anthropophysiology. And vocal anthropophysiology is the theoretical framework for my work as a voice teacher. It's a field of study in voice, and we basically divide the different behaviors that we can perform into vocal schemes. And one vocal scheme would be the breathy voice. Is a passive vocal scheme, which means that the vocal folds are more relaxed. We don't have as much hey compression. No, hey, it's more relaxed. And on top of that, we also have breathiness. So pay attention to that leak of air. Hey, how it sounds breathy, airy. So she's using a lot of that here. A lot. Yeah. You can have my heart. Oh, so some lower notes.
You can have my heart. You can
some creakies, right? This kind of vocal distortion here is what we call a creaky voice. And the difference between a creaky voice and a fry sound is that the creaky voice will have a fundamental pitch, whereas a fry sound, we do have the crackling of the arytenoid cartilages. They are hitting each other. However, the vocal folds are pretty much closed. We have so much compression / activation of the vocal folds that they are closed, and we only hear pretty much the crackling of the arytenoid cartilages. As soon as we start to relax the vocal folds, we start getting a fundamental pitch, and that would characterize a creaky voice.
Ain't no sign of pulse, only an echo, just getting bored. They kick the chair, but we up to the road.
Whoa, some sounds here are darker as well. That's so beautiful.
You can have my heart.
Can have my heart brighter, narrowing the vocal tract, and then talk. This is another vocal scheme. Yeah. This kind of vocal scheme here we call a Gregorian voice, as a tribute to the Gregorian movement, Gregorian chant, because this is one behavior that would appear there. Of course, they do not only sing with this vocal scheme, but it's a vocal scheme that is strong. And inside vocal anthropophysiology, I must explain this. We wanted to get away, to move away a little bit from concepts and names that could create some misconceptions. And here I'm talking specifically about head voice and falsetto. We know that one big problem that we have inside vocal pedagogy is that different teachers will call the same sound by different names, and we wanted to avoid that because you, as a vocal student, you will go into YouTube and you watch different videos and you get an idea of, okay, I know that head voice means this, but then you see another teacher saying, no, that sound is a falsetto. And that creates a lot of confusion. Believe me, like throughout the years, the amount of confusion that I've seen because of those terms that are super strong and people have a clear concept of them that will change depending on who you're talking to, that creates a big problem. So inside vocal anthropophysiology, whenever naming the vocal schemes was the objective, we wanted to get away from those classically reinforced terms and concepts. So yeah, this is a sound that you might hear some people call in a head voice, some people will call falsetto, some people will say that that's a head dominant mix. All good. This is what we would classify as a Gregorian voice. It's a passive vocal scheme, which means that the vocal folds are still relaxed, but we don't have that that breathiness. Breathy, Gregorian. Beautiful.
You can have my heart.
Still a Gregorian voice. Beautiful. Now we're talking about singing with active vocal folds. So this is a vocal scheme that we call worn voice. And yes, this is pretty much belting. So she has her vocal folds in active tension. So singing above the E4. And that's exactly where we draw that line. 4 or below E4 and then above E4. Because we have important physiological changes that would happen. Exactly right there. And when you are singing above the E4 with active vocal folds, that's what we will characterize as a worn voice. And that's exactly what we are hearing here. So yeah! And when we are singing up there, it's so easy to experience vocal breaks if you're not trained enough, because we will need a lot of the action of the posterior muscle, the muscles that are in the back of your throat, that we also call firming muscles. They need to embrace the vocal folds and hold the whole thing together. So let it be done! And if they are not strong enough, or if they are not well trained, they might just let go and you have these sounding because you're not holding the vocal folds. You're not firming. The firming muscles are not firming. And that's one important physiological change that we have for the warm voice compared to singing passive or compared to singing active below the E4. And then we have screams. Let's listen to that again. That's beautiful. Airflow. We do have an important airflow there. And here, although it might feel super tense when you're talking about this sort of adjustment, it's all about the relaxation. We start to let go. Hey! And you might feel that, oh, if I let go, I'll have a crack, I'll have a break. Hey! Okay, we hold some of the firmness in the back of the larynx, but the vocal folds themselves, vocalis muscles, they need to relax a little bit. As we play around with that firmness in the back of the larynx, and here we're talking about the posterior muscles, the lateral cricoarytenoid muscles, the transverse and oblique arytenoid muscles. Everything needs to act together so that we can still have some level of firmness at the same time that we apply breathiness. And the breathiness is the key here to make it sound heavy. We need that breathiness to make the sound super dirt and distorted. She's also doing some heavier, from a physiological perspective, distortions here. This is a bit heavier. We have more compression. And then active again. But here is all about letting go and keeping the air pressure consistent. Letting go! So that we get that distorted and all that hiss that's present in the sound. Cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late. And it's never siren. So come rain on my parade. Beautiful. Ooh, that yodel there as well. Whenever we don't want those breaks to happen, we call them vocal cracks or voice breaks. When we want it to happen, we call those yodels. And she's using one to start there, so guarded. Then active to Gregorian. So I think we're through. There's no way back.
You must have made some kind of mistake. I asked for death, but instead I'm awake. The devil told me no room for cheats. I thought I'd sold my soul, but he could never see.
Okay, the second part, we do have way more active vocal schemes. When we are singing down here, that means below the E4, with active vocal folds, we call that a crooner voice. Hey, the way that I'm speaking right now. Because I have active vocal folds when I'm speaking, I could speak with passive vocal folds, and that's another technique. But oftentimes, if you tend to speak with active vocal folds, that will also be a crooner voice. Breathy again. Hi. I'm coming home. It's getting darker, but I'll carry on. The sun will shine back. It never did. And when it rains, it fucking pours, but I think I like it. And you know that I'm in love with the mess. I think I like it. Listen to that glissando when she's adding the distortion as she goes up. So beautiful. So come rain on my parade, 'cause I interesting because here, this happens for distortion as well. Every now and then, she opens up a lot of space in the back of the mouth, and here I'm talking specifically about the soft palate, the relation between the soft palate and the back of the tongue. She's opening a lot here. It's not no. Even though the front of the mouth, we don't have as much space, the space in the back of the mouth, and that what gives this darkness, this depth to the sound. It sounds really dark, and because when we do that, what we are doing pretty much is amplifying the lower harmonics. We are turning up the bass, the low frequencies. Amazing. Alright guys, that's our analysis for maphrA singing Bring Me the Horizon Doomed. And again, please let me know other maphrA songs and Bring Me the Horizon songs that we can analyze here on the channel. Let me know your thoughts on this song, on this performance, maphrA's performance, and of course my vocal analysis here. If you are curious about my own singing, sometimes you'll be listening to vocal coaches and then you wonder, okay, but how does this person, I know that, okay, they can talk about voice, but how does this person sound when they are actually singing for real? And I got you covered. I'll leave a card up here for you to listen to my original music, and it would mean the world to me if you could leave me your feedback on it. If you want to become my singing student, check out my online singing program, Building Your Voice, in there we cover a range of different vocal techniques. We talk about how to belt, how to sing low notes with power, how to sing with soft sounds whenever you want to be super expressive with your voice using passive vocal schemes. We talk about ornaments such as yodels, vibratos, runs, vocal distortions. Yeah! We have a complete module on vocal distortions, how to practice and apply them in a way that's healthy, that's safe, that will not hurt your voice. We have a vocal exercise library with exercise for you to practice each of the techniques that we cover inside the course. All of that and much, much more. If you want to know everything that we have in there, check out the link in the description below. If you like the video, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel. You enjoy your day, enjoy your coffee, and remember, if your concepts cannot be seen here in the real world, then they must change, and not the world. See you in the next one.